Video is just to quickly show how to assemble a rack. Okay, a 3-machine standard rack, which comes in a box just like this. The packaging, take all the plastic off. I like to take everything out first and set it off to the side. Okay, having taken everything out of the box, out of the plastic, I like to throw the plastic in the box, throw it away in the back room of a store. You have 2 small baskets, a large basket, 4 bars. You have an upper right, an upper left of the rack, a lower right, a lower left of the rack. A tray, I call this a Y bar because it looks like a Y when you turn it upside down. A package of supplies and casters for the bottom of the rack, as well as 2 J hooks. First, in the red bag are the casters for the bottom leg, okay? And you got to put those in there. Screw them in as such. And you've got 4 of them. These 2 legs, when you turn them upside down, go ahead and turn it upside down, are identical. There is no difference between, go ahead and hold both. There's no difference between the right or the left or the left or the right. You could switch them around, make the left, the right, the left. It does not matter. But what does matter is making sure there's no tubes on the front. Okay? The tubes are in the back. These are the upper portions of the left and the right. And there is a difference between these, unlike the legs, okay? Left has to be left and the right has to be the right when you're looking at the rack, when you assemble it. The only way I know is on the upper portion, there is no tube on the inside, and on the other side, there's no tube on the inside. If you put the legs on the top parts, those are the legs we started with. Again, you take your Y bar, okay, and you start to assemble it. If I can get it in there. You assemble the left, and then you put the 1 tube in on the right, and that's starting to take shape. Grab the 4 long bars in the back, and they go and attach 4 bars. Place the 4 bars. You got 1 set, the second one, the third one goes up there, and these are all in the back, and the last one goes in the top. We install our tray, and that goes on the right side right there. There are no screws for the back, but we do put screws in the red bag right there and right there. Take the gray screws, and they've got self-tap. They're actually a self-tapping screw, but there are pallet holes drilled. So next, we put the upper basket on top, and they have to fit in these little holes right here, and that squares it up for us. Put your middle basket on. That's not attached. You want to make sure these bars right here get on this side of the bar as well as in the back. Make sure that bar goes on the other side. To do that, you simply do it that way. Now it won't slide, and it stays in put, stays stationary. And then, of course, the same thing for the lower one. Make sure the bars are out there. That's your standard 3-machine rack. Of course, if you put an add-on on, they always go to the right. You never put an add-on on the left. Add-ons always go on the right. And because we're not going to use these tubes on the left, we take these little black things, these plugs that came in the red bag, and we just cover up the tops. I want to show this on the 3-machine rack. For the header sign that goes over the top, they come in a separate box, and of course you have to add the sign, what I call the flags, because they look like a flag, a metal flag. And you've got these little screws, a little nut wing nut, and plastic wing nut and bolt, or nut I should say, and they attach to the side on the left, and it goes in the tube, the unused tube on the right. And the left one, same thing. You have to take the cap out if it's being used. Put a sign which I don't have in front. Just attaches the same way the sides do, but they just attach to the front the same way with the plastic wing nut and bolt. Now, those come in a separate box. So a 3-machine rack header sign assembly comes in a separate box. If it's a 5-machine rack, which is a 3-machine with an add-on, comes in a separate box. And the side signs come in a separate box. So you're talking